Somebody's trying to call me. I think it's just some spam. Hi, you looking good? Yeah, you doing okay? Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, want me to pull you up? We can talk if you want me to do that, or you can stay there. No worry. Well, I'm trying to set up another one so people can have a conversation with us. Good to see you too. Okay, almost there. 1 minute. All right. Thank you for waiting patiently. I'm gonna try to keep this short. Oh, you're editing for a dance right now. Love your dance performance. Thank you. I'm happy it's still in your heart too. Yeah. I hope everyone can see me and everything. Oh, oh, that dance called yes, the world had to heal. It was like the world broken. Heal we must. That one, the world had to heal. Wow, that's thank you. Really watching our dancing and understanding what the message behind the dance touched my heart. And a lot of people don't know the message behind many of the dance because we use sign language. And sometimes you join my dance company, you won't understand what we're saying because we're signing, we have different perspective of when we try to communicate. You know, you said you touched so many people's heart. I try. You know, you'll be surprised that there's actually people who disagree with death should be dancing or what type of message that we should be giving out, you know. Or, sometimes we have hearing or deaf dancer that come into the picture and they think it's gonna be easy job. Like, no, it is a real business. It's just tough, you know. Um, but I try to be sensitive to people have different level. Oh, and so it's gonna be the anniversary of a damn company. I want to tell you something. There's a dance language, there's a blind language, there's a sign language or deaf language. There's so many different language, and then people feel well, people will feel lost of what I'm trying to say and the invention of the work. You know, I want to let you know when I was a kid, I have a beautiful family, yes. But my family were here. Beautiful people, very artistic family, but many people didn't know what I was feeling, what I was going through, you know. And they couldn't really empathize. It's fine. People want to help, yeah, but they couldn't find a way to help. You know, I always felt lonely a lot, even with my family love. because I wanted people to understand what I felt. I felt discrimination in the world, not just as blood, but as death. That was tough to not being able to find another deaf person to share that experience together. Do you mean single or lonely? That's a wow. Wow, thank you for the bold question. Oh, I'll tell you like this. I remember in high school, um, so those people who watch it on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, there's some other people asking me questions on Instagram and Facebook. That so guys can see each other. I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm doing live everywhere at the same time. But I remember in high school, I was pretty much very lonely. Yeah, I mean, people were picking on me. They were saying FAG. They was like, oh, you damn. And, I didn't even understand what that word mean at that time. It felt like it was something bad because they were trying to, the expression seemed to be bad. You know, so I didn't really understand that part. But I do understand that it didn't feel good. I understood that. It didn't feel good. Um, I thought, now many people know the story. When I started dancing, it helped me share the love that was inside, and help me communicate with people out in the world. Yes, it definitely did. It was another way to communicate. It saved my life. And, and I started to connect with people. I started to feel great. But before that, I was like, why don't people just take the time to get to know me? Just a little bit of time. You know, I was in high school when I started dancing. I was in a place where I can feel suicidal because everybody was mocking me. I was tall, skinny. I talked very poetic. And you know what's ironic is that now people love my poetic expression because they understand me better. But back then, as a young kid, I mean, maybe it was because I was young. I didn't have a lot of things to compare, but it was my voice. So people were being a bully. You talk funny, you look funny, and everything. Um, so I wanted to pull myself away from the world. And that thank you for saying I'm a talented person. So many good things. I appreciate it. I'm I'm with that. I'm not perfect. I'm always trying to find a way to connect with people. My English and writing, but I think I'm gonna try to focus this one because that was a really good question. I thought before I was found a way to communicate, I thought that if I could just find one person who could take the time to understand me, then it would be cool. That person be my best friend. I wanted a best friend, at least one best friend, at least one best friend. That's all I wanted in high school. And I never did. um, I try to be everyone else's friend. I I try to be there for everyone. In college, I mean, it was like my best friend, or I thought was my bro, and at that time, my partner, they both got together without without me knowing. Um, I was like a living dead when I found out about them two coming together. Um, it was rough. I left. I was living in another city, and it was so heartbroken that I moved back to Oakland. Um, I was a living dead. I had to find my way, and I joined a dance company. I wasn't expecting to join the dance company, and it was great that I joined that dance company, and it helped me outlast, express myself. I Still nobody could really understand me. I didn't have a best friend. I was hoping that I found a best friend that would be, someone who understand me. Let me talk about the language. I'm very weird. I will say, because what we're going to talk about today, a lot of time, especially back then, before I was on MySpace. At that time, I had 50,000 friends on MySpace at that time. I'm not lying, I'm not making it up. MySpace at that time, I was traveling, I was performing, I went to different high school, I met different artists, I shared my work. I was using just like uh Facebook. If you ask me what's MySpace, it was kind of similar to Facebook before Facebook became popular. MySpace, I was doing everything like that. Many people didn't use MySpace like that. I did. And so I was putting out my poem, I was putting out my video, pictures when I was traveling, and people were coming on, coming on to there. I didn't have my own website yet, but I had that. So a lot of people went there. Um, I wasn't looking for attention. I was just trying to connect with people. And I found that when I made friends, I'm always busy with traveling, and I had a different way of connecting with people. What touched my heart when people were busy and everything, they say, I miss you. For me, I miss you means I'm thinking of you, means I care about you, means I hope you're doing okay, means I hope we'll connect. I miss you was really important for me. And that's how I communicate with people. So when I say I miss you, I hope that we'll reconnect. And I hope that you feel my heart. You know, some people say, what's up? But I say, I miss you. You know what I mean? Some people say, see you later. You know, I'll miss you. You know, before Facebook did like and things like that, I always said wink. And it was kind of weird language some people couldn't understand. He always said wink. I said wink. I don't actually physically wink at people, but I said wink. It's hard for people to understand me. Some people take wink as a flirt, but no, that was kind of like you know. The moment you met me in VSA in the circumference, felt amazingness of your spirit. Keep on shining. Thank you. Thank you. I care about your life. I really, I really appreciate that. Yeah, your class touched me, and your international deaf dance performances. We'll never forget. Yeah, I appreciate that. Uh, I miss a lot of you all. I miss being in person. Um, I'm very grateful for my dance company. I'm very grateful for the people who still believe in our festival. Um, the people who believe in our vision, who kept working hard because some people when they join, that when some people see the dance company, they see the black person, they have their own vision of how dance should be. Sign language. Well, why don't we use sign language like this and then do it like that? Now, most of that time, that comes from a hearing perspective. You know, um, the hearing world of signing is very different from the deaf world of signing. You can be called out, which means children of a deaf adult, but you have their own world, how they use sign and art. And me, I remember the time where I let my dancers sign and move. It would be beautiful, but the reviewers and people in the audience were tough. Was really tough on us. Like we were doing nothing. Which means I had to push my dance company a little bit harder to present the ability that they have. They are gifted people. They are strong, and they had no. Well, we all have a limit, but like it was almost like you know, if you said we couldn't do this, then we're gonna work hard to show you that we can do this. You know, but that was my dance company. They were amazing people. They're on point. They do African dance. They see a lot of stuff. You know, I've got some people that came in my dance company and they tried to take over the dance company. I'm like, no, we don't do that. You know, there's so many different perspectives how people believe how I should run a dance company. But it's not their business to, what I mean? You can share, I'm always open to feedback, listening, conversation. But you come here and you maybe, some companies, when you go and dance with them, they they have a lot of conversation first. My company, I talk for a little bit and we move. We move. I have the choreography ready because I've been working on it for maybe a week ago or last night. I have over 2 minutes ready. Come on, let's put them together. That's what I do. Some people are like, I don't understand this. Can you explain this? Can you explain that? Can you explain that? I don't always like to explain this. I need to do the movement first sometimes for me to stick to keep going in my process. I need to move, and then maybe at the end start explaining. Sometimes I don't want to explain because when I explain, it messed it up. When I explained it then, it messed it up. Oh man, it's not their fault. It's it's not the dancer's fault. It's no one's fault. It's sometimes I I'm in that what I'm trying to call poetic. had a different feel. So see, in that maybe in the dance, I want to show grief, right? But how they're moving might be excited. The movement might be excited, and then I explain about the why something this story is about this. Then they actually start looking like grief, and I'm like, no, I don't want that part to look like they're grieving. I want to look like they're excited because that is the part that's representing the grief that I want to show. You know what I mean? But now they know what it means. I lost it. You know what I mean? So I have to be very careful with information that I share in the artistic practice. Know your dancer, know your craft. You know, and know what's you put in too much water or a little bit of water when you paintbrush. You know, that's it. Every choreographer has to do that. You know? Good. I've never really had to have an opportunity to really explain it. You know, when I have an interview with people, um, I don't think like this very often. So sometimes people want to talk about if you can hear or don't hear the dance or vibration, but we don't really, talk about the hard work and the process. So I mean, it's good stuff um, to share. And I just want you guys to know this and be honest with you. Um, Before I go to dance rehearsals to the studio back there, I mean now I dance at home, but when I used to go to I dance at home, I feel safe there. But before that, I would go to rehearsal at 7 p.m. A lot of time in San Francisco, Berkeley, whatever. And before I can, it's a fantasy for me to be like, I'm walking to dance rehearsal. I can't wait to dance. I just want to get on the dance floor and move my groove. I just want to be alive. No, I'm walking and I'm scared that someone may shoot me because I'm black. I'm walking in the white neighborhood where they have a beautiful dance studio. They have a beautiful dance studio, and it's in a white neighborhood. And I'm afraid. I'm going to a dance studio in the black neighborhood, but I'm afraid the white cops are there too. So when I get into the dance studio, my brain ready to just start dancing about something different, something like Bob Fosse with me. La, 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 la. You have to give me a minute. You know, I remember I finally thought I felt safe to drive. Like I got a car, and I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna be driving to the dance studio instead of getting on the bus and on a train." And I got pulled over. At that time, I didn't want to be anyone burning. I didn't want anybody to be worried about me. So I never really talked about it. You know, oh, I used to dance for a company that they would have rehearsal, very late at night. And I felt really cool to be walking with one brother who was about this tall. I didn't understand what was happening in my body. I was just so used to being by myself, and he would walk to the bar, and I was like, I have a friend. That was a very unique feeling to have. You know, I didn't want to look weak in anyone's eye. You know, so when people offer me a ride, I was no, thank you, no, thank you. But if you walk to the bar or the train station with me, then I'm cool. It's complicated. I don't know how to explain it. You know, I just hope that today I wanted to talk about language to express. I'm a very different type of person. I'm trying to connect with you all because I miss you all. I've been working really, really hard and nonstop. I just want to say that I miss you all. Um, and when I say I miss you, it means I care about you. It means I hope everything's going fine with you. It means I hope we connect. It means see you later. Um, that's what I miss you is about. I think I miss you is which more makes you feel alive, you know. Because when someone tells me that, I feel someone cared about me. I feel that someone thinking of me. So I want to take this moment to tell you that I miss you. I'm thinking of you. And I hope everything is going good with you. I did not expect to be talking for 30 minutes. Oh, but thank you for watching and listening with your heart. Yeah, yeah, I really appreciate you all. Well, so, yeah. Hmm, stay tuned. Me and a few people gonna show you some really cool dancing. You I miss dancing with different type of artists. I used to join when I was younger. I used to join about like 7 different dance companies at the same time. And Lord, I don't know how the schedule was working, but it always worked out. But that feeling inside, I still want to work with really cool people. You know, the last big one was I was working with Mud, Water, and all them young people were doing. That was tough. It was beautiful. I was really honored to be involved in dance with those young people. You know, I want to dance on a pole. I want to learn how to do those things because I got respect for people who dance on a pole. I want to dance in the hills, because have you ever seen like Bob Fosse people dance in the hills? Those are hard. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not. I'm afraid of point shoe, but I can do the high heels. I like trying something different. I like doing some challenge. I want to be on top of the building. I think that will be another video that I want to share with you all to talk about what I like to do. I used to be scared of height. Maybe people didn't even know that. The choreographer knew one choreographer knew that he would just think. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was funny. It was funny. It was funny. The choreographer knew that I was afraid of height. He was just like, go get up there. But he knew he the choreographer knew that I was gonna make it happen. The choreographer knew I was gonna make it happen. He knew I wasn't gonna give up. He knew I was gonna make it beautiful. So I really, really appreciate that choreographer trusting me. You know, thank you for trusting me. If you're watching, man, I was scared. It was another choreographer was like, "You scared a dog, man." That's another story. Yeah, because it was at one point I had like maybe five dogs was chasing me out of the park while I was performing. You know, I think that's another video that I'm going to talk about. F you ate fear while dancing. Yeah, thank you for inspiring me. You all asking me, some deep questions. You okay. You want to work with me? Cool. Let's try to work together. Yeah. Mm, You know, I love dancing. Oh, it's not that easy. You have to find a space, find time. If you want to put a performance in, it's like that's not cheap either. I used to dance with one lady. We were just dancing together. She changed, my perspective. We VOW, never to mention about uh, identify each other. Yes, it was the dog in the last video. Yes, it was the dog in the last video we did. We had no control of that. The dog was just running around. But see, if it was 10 years ago, you would see me running the opposite direction. Yeah. But we'll talk about that on the next virtual. Uh, but what I was gonna say? Oh, me and one woman we got together. She was older. I was like, I forgot how much older she was, but basically she had some triggers, and she wanted to dance it out. So someone recommended me to work with her. Um, she was a hearing person. I was deaf, and she was very much older, like older, and I didn't always understand what she was talking about, but I understood what she was going through with letting herself be open with people. We were working with each other maybe 2 times a month. I only got like $20, and we were meeting in a space. Uh, kind of funny. I was trying to remember the name of the place that we were working in. At that time, my brain doesn't think like now. I should go. I don't think about what's the name of this building. I don't think about that. I don't think about what's the name of this dance. I didn't think like that back then. I just dance, and then I just want to help people. Sometimes I don't even know what their name was. Um, I saw people. I didn't see, as sad as it sounds, I didn't see name connected sometimes. I saw people um in the studio who needed to express. So working with her was very cool learning experience for the both of us. We played with shape, we played with sign language, we wrote things down, and then we sat down, you know, and we sat down, and I miss you. That's a very cool person. So anyway, um, so we sat down, we talked, we wrote, and then we left. We came back. He was sending me an email, and I was kind of weird with email because I was still understanding what the email was at that time. What you know, it was really interesting time. At that time, my email was Hotmail and Black Planet. You know what I mean? I didn't understand anything related with technology. So we just like I miss emails. Oh, okay, okay. And then we meet together, we work together, and go back, work together, and then finally, I learned one thing. I was for real, Black Planet. I didn't understand what it was. Somebody told me just to use this to communicate and everything. So remember one thing. She was older. She had some experience, met some people, and she said that she going to move. I think we did maybe 4 months or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe it was longer. But she's going to move. She want to start up a performance. And I was like, oh, okay. And she shared some intense information with me that talked about the voices that was inside that she knew. So I just came. I just came to the event and it was really cool. It was like an open space, people standing on the floor with some pillow. I never seen so many white people in that time in the area. So just me. And no introduction to me, nothing. We're just watching. I saw some people doing some things, music, chatting, no interpreter, and I was fine. And I watched it her turn to share, and she mentioned one thing. Uh, I'm going to show this work, and you can interpret it any way you want. Okay. I remember that she was talking about the work was about what she went through, but she did her thing and it was beautiful. And so people came out and they said, oh, I can see the grieving, and, um, you know, I learned that that was being a voice for other people. Her story was a voice for other people. I'm trying to be careful here. What I'm doing is I'm not trying to put out her information out. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm telling a very important story without giving you real details. Okay, I have to honor and respect that. But I can share the experience. I already asked long time. Uh, so it's really important. I found out later that person connect with another person, be older, you can get married later in life. Um, Before it felt very distant to people. Now dance can help you get closer to people. So it's amazing, amazing. Thank you for listening. I miss all of you. I hope we dance. Please remember that we are mirror to each other. Whatever, whoever you miss, is deep inside you. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Okay. I didn't expect to talk this long. Okay. Uh, excuse me. Yeah. I didn't expect to talk this long. Just wanted to let you all know that I missed you and thank you for listening, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Yeah. Um, if I could do anything for you, let me know. Um, yeah, I'll try my best. Peace and love. I'm out. I gotta get back to work. I'm sure my dad people are like, "It's only ever work." No, 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 no. They know I'm working. Peace and love.